Hare Krishna, everyone. This is a beautiful story of the Brahman and the Cobbler, which is from the teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. One day, Srila Narad Muni was traveling to different places on the planet Earth, singing the glories of Lord Narayan. During his travels, Narad Muni saw a Brahmin taking bath in the river. Seeing Narad Muni, this proud Brahmin paid his respects to him and talked to him. "Dear Narad Muni, are you going to meet the Lord?" Narad Muni replied, "Yes, I will be meeting the Lord very soon." Then the puffed up Brahmin said, "Then please do me a small favor. Please ask the Lord when I'm going to join the Lord in the spiritual world. It will be very soon, but I still want to know only from the Lord." So Narad Muni replied, "All right, I will ask the Lord." After some time, Narad Muni passed a humble cobbler repairing shoes on the roadside. When the cobbler saw Narad Muni, he said, "All glories to Narad Muni." And he asked, "Dear Narad Muni, are you going to meet the Lord?" Narad Muni replied, "Yes, I will be meeting the Lord very soon." And the cobbler then said, "When you meet the Lord, please ask the Lord after how many more lives I will go to the spiritual world, as I am tired of living in this material world." Narad Muni replied, "Yes, I will certainly ask the Lord." Narad Muni goes, he went to the spiritual world, and he reached the place of Lord Narayan. The Lord received him with honor and affection. "How are you, dear Narad? Is there anything I can do for you?" And Narad Muni remembered the cobbler and the Brahmin, so he told the Lord what the Brahmin and the cobbler wanted to know. The Lord then replied, "The Brahmin will come back to me after 100 lives, and the cobbler will come back to me after finishing this life only. They will ask you what I was doing. You tell them that I was threading an elephant through the eye of a needle. On seeing their reaction, you will understand everything." So Narad Muni, he went back to the Brahmin. First he met the Brahmin, so he said, "Oh Brahmin, the Lord said that you will see him after 100 lives." When the Brahmin heard this, he was baffled, he was bewildered. He could not believe Narad Muni. He said, "I don't believe you even saw the Lord. Tell me, what was the Lord doing?" So Narad Muni then replied, "The Lord was threading an elephant through the eye of a needle." When the Brahmin heard this, he said, "Impossible! How can anyone thread an elephant through the eye of a needle? You never met the Lord, and you're cheating me by saying imaginary things." Narad Muni noticed his reaction. He didn't say anything though. He just went on to meet the cobbler. And he said, "Oh, cobbler." So the cobbler asked him, "My dear Narad Muni, did you meet the Lord?" And Narad Muni said, "Oh, cobbler, yes, you will see the Lord after finishing this life only." The cobbler heard this. He was so happy. He said, "Oh, my Lord is very merciful. What was the Lord doing when you saw him?" Narad Muni then replied, "The Lord was threading an elephant through the eye of a needle." When the the cobbler heard this, he said, "Oh, wonderful, wonderful." So Narad Muni was surprised. He looked at the cobbler and he said, "Do you actually believe that?" And the cobbler said, "Of course. Look at this big banyan tree. It comes from a small seed. If such a big tree can come from a small seed, then the Lord can easily put an elephant through the eye of a needle. Seeing the difference between the faith of the Brahman and the Cobbler, Narad Muni understood why they had to be rewarded differently. So the moral of this story is this is called faith. There is a reason. There's reason behind the belief. If Krishna can put a large tree within so many little seeds, is it so astounding that he is keeping all the planetary systems floating in space through his energy? It is simply meant for the devotees. They can understand. The non-devotees cannot understand. They'll say, oh, these are all bluffs. So this is a very powerful and beautiful story that illustrates faith, and how a devotee has such strong faith in the Lord, and so much devotion that the Lord is very happy to reciprocate with that devotee. Every little bit of devotion and love that is done for the Lord is recognized by the Lord, and he's very happy to award liberation to that devotee, and that devotee then goes on to the spiritual world where there is only happiness and there's eternal life. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.